Hello, my dear friends. Today, I am sharing an exciting and deeply detailed story on the topic Think Fast, Speak Fluent. If you have ever struggled to find the right words while speaking English, or hesitated because you weren't sure how to express yourself, then this story is for you. This is the story of Emma Carter, a 24-year-old woman from New York City who faced a common yet frustrating challenge: understanding English perfectly, but struggling to speak fluently and confidently. Emma had big dreams. She wanted to work as a marketing executive in a top firm, travel the world, and hold engaging conversations without feeling nervous. But every time she had to speak English quickly, she would freeze, struggle to find words, and sometimes even avoid conversations altogether. Her journey was not easy, but it was transformative. Through real-life struggles, small victories, and practical solutions, Emma learned how to think fast and speak fluent English with confidence. This story will take you deep into her experiences, her setbacks, and the techniques that helped her overcome her problem. If you have ever felt like Emma, knowing English but struggling to speak fluently, then read on. Her story might just be the inspiration you need. Emma Carter's struggle. Knowing but not speaking, Emma Carter was born and raised in New York City. She had an active and lively personality, loved meeting new people, and dreamed of building a successful career in marketing. However, there was one thing that always held her back: her inability to speak English fluently under pressure. She had studied English all her life. She could read books, watch movies, and even write emails without any problem. But when it came to speaking in real-time conversations, she would hesitate. Words wouldn't come out as fast as she wanted. She would start a sentence, then pause, trying to find the right words, and by the time she figured out what to say, the moment had passed. One day, at a job interview for her dream company, she faced her biggest nightmare. The interviewer asked her, "Tell me about yourself." Emma had prepared for this question, but when she started speaking, her mind went blank. She struggled to put her thoughts into words. After a few seconds of awkward silence, she finally said something, but it was broken and unclear. The interviewer nodded, but didn't seem impressed. Emma left the interview room feeling frustrated. She knew she had the skills for the job, but her lack of fluency had cost her the opportunity. "I understand everything, but why can't I speak fast and fluently?" she asked herself. That day, she made a decision. She was going to fix this problem. Step 1. Identifying the problem. Emma started analyzing why she struggled to speak fluently. She realized a few things. Overthinking before speaking. She would try to translate her thoughts into perfect sentences before speaking, which slowed her down. Fear of mistakes. She was afraid of making grammar mistakes, which made her hesitant. Lack of practice in real conversations. She mostly practiced English by reading and writing, but rarely spoke in real-life situations. Limited active vocabulary. She knew many words, but struggled to recall them quickly while speaking. She understood that to speak fluently, she had to train her brain to think fast and respond quickly. Step 2. Thinking in English. Emma realized that one major reason for her slow speech was that she was still thinking in her native language and translating into English. To fix this, she started a simple but powerful practice, thinking in English all the time. She made small changes in her daily routine. Instead of making a to-do list in her native language, she started writing it in English. While walking down the street, she described things in English in her mind. That's a red car. The man is wearing a blue jacket. When she was alone, she spoke her thoughts aloud in English, as if she were talking to a friend. At first, it felt strange, but within a few weeks, she noticed a difference. Words started coming to her faster. Step 3. Speaking without fear. Emma knew that one of her biggest fears was making mistakes. But she realized something important. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about speaking without hesitation. To overcome her fear, she set a new rule for herself. She would speak without worrying about mistakes. She found a speaking partner, her best friend, Olivia Parker. Olivia was supportive and encouraged her to speak freely. They would have daily 10-minute conversations where Emma could talk about anything without feeling judged. She also started talking to herself in the mirror, pretending she was in different situations. She would say, "Hi, my name is Emma, and I work in marketing. Excuse me, where is the nearest coffee shop?" I think this movie is amazing because the more she spoke, the more confident she became. Step 4. Rapid response training. Emma wanted to train her brain to think fast and speak fluently. She discovered a fun technique called rapid response training. Here's how it worked. Olivia would ask her random questions, and she had to answer immediately without pausing. Example: Olivia would say, "What's your favorite food?" And Emma had to respond within 2 seconds. Even if her answer wasn't perfect, the goal was to respond quickly. At first, it was hard, but after a few weeks, her brain became faster at finding words. She also started practicing with voice recordings. She would record herself speaking about a topic for 1 minute and then listen to it. This helped her identify her weak points and improve her fluency. Step 5. Immersing in English. Emma knew that to speak like a native, she had to immerse herself in English. She made English a part of her daily life. She watched English podcasts and YouTube videos about marketing, her favorite subject. She listened to audiobooks while commuting. She changed her phone and social media settings to English. She joined an English-speaking club in New York, where she could practice with native speakers. The more English she consumed, the more natural it became for her. The journey continues. Emma's success in landing her dream job marked only the beginning of a transformative journey. As she settled into her new role as a marketing executive at a renowned firm in the United States, she quickly realized that the true challenge lay not just in speaking English fluently, but in using that fluency to build relationships, inspire creativity, and lead with confidence. Every morning, Emma arrived at the bustling office with a mixture of excitement and determination. The vibrant atmosphere of the marketing firm pushed her to continue evolving, both professionally and personally. Her colleagues admired her ability to articulate ideas effortlessly during brainstorming sessions, and many sought her advice on improving their own communication skills. One day, during a team meeting led by the dynamic director, Michael Lawson, Emma was asked to present a new campaign idea. Michael, known for his no-nonsense yet supportive leadership style, had a knack for nurturing talent. As the meeting room quieted and all eyes turned to her, Emma took a deep breath, recalling the countless hours of practice that had brought her to this moment. With poise and clarity, she outlined her vision, a campaign that harnessed the power of storytelling to connect with a diverse audience across the United States. Her presentation was a hit. Not only did she deliver the content flawlessly, but she also infused the presentation with passion and energy. Michael complimented her, saying, "Emma, you've truly embraced the art of communication. It's not just about the words, it's about the connection you create." That day, Emma felt validated in her journey. Every step she had taken to overcome her hesitation now bore fruit. Beyond the professional arena, Emma's personal life continued to flourish. Olivia Parker, her ever supportive best friend, became more than just a conversation partner. Together, they formed a small community of like-minded individuals who believed that effective communication could transform lives. This group met weekly at a cozy cafe in downtown New York. There, ideas flowed as freely as laughter, and members took turns sharing personal stories, insights, and even the occasional embarrassing misstep that turned into a learning moment. One memorable evening, while discussing the nuances of impromptu speech, Olivia introduced a guest speaker, Daniel Rivera, a renowned public speaker and communication coach. Daniel had built his reputation on turning ordinary speakers into magnetic storytellers. His engaging anecdotes and practical tips resonated with everyone in the room, but Emma was particularly captivated. Daniel spoke about the importance of embracing imperfections. Every pause, every stumble, is a stepping stone towards mastering fluency, he told the group. For Emma, this message was transformative. It reinforced the idea that fluency wasn't a destination, but an evolving process, one that allowed space for growth and even vulnerability. Inspired by Daniel's insights, Emma began to experiment with new methods to further refine her skills. She set aside time each evening for reflection sessions. During these sessions, she would record her thoughts on a particular topic, a marketing trend, a personal goal, or even an observation from her day, and then play back the recordings to analyze her intonation, pace, and clarity. This self-reflection allowed her to fine-tune her speech patterns, and over time, her ability to articulate complex ideas became even more compelling. Emma's journey also led her to mentor younger colleagues and friends who struggled with similar challenges. In one particularly rewarding instance, she noticed that a new intern, Jessica Ramirez, was hesitant to speak up during meetings. Recognizing the spark of potential behind Jessica's quiet demeanor, Emma took her under her wing. She organized one-on-one practice sessions where they would role-play different scenarios, from pitching a marketing plan to engaging in casual conversation. Emma encouraged Jessica to embrace her authentic voice, reminding her that confidence was built not by erasing mistakes, but by learning from them. Jessica soon blossomed into a confident contributor, and her progress became a testament to Emma's own transformative journey. At work, Emma's contributions began to spark broader changes within the company's culture. Her story inspired the firm to launch an internal initiative aimed at fostering better communication among employees. Workshops were organized where team members practiced rapid response exercises, group storytelling, and even improvisational theater. These sessions not only enhanced the overall fluency of the staff, but also broke down barriers between departments, cultivating a spirit of unity and shared purpose. One afternoon, as autumn leaves danced outside the office windows, Emma was invited to lead a special seminar for a group of aspiring marketers. The seminar, titled Think Fast, Speak Fluent, Mastering the Art of Communication, drew a diverse crowd from all corners of the United States. Emma began with her own narrative, recounting the struggles she faced and the breakthrough moments that reshaped her understanding of language and expression. She emphasized that communication was not merely a tool for success, but a bridge that connected people across cultures, ideas, and experiences. During the seminar, participants engaged in interactive exercises. They were paired off to engage in flash conversations, where they had to switch topics rapidly while maintaining coherence and enthusiasm. Emma moved among the groups, offering encouragement and gentle corrections, reminding everyone that every stumble was simply a step toward mastery. The energy in the room was palpable. Each participant was writing their own story of progress, much like Emma had done. After the seminar, several attendees approached Emma to express their gratitude. One young woman, visibly moved, said, "You've shown me that it's okay to speak imperfectly as long as my message is real. Your journey gave me the courage to take the first step." In that moment, Emma realized that her personal evolution had become a beacon for others, an example that the path to fluency was as diverse and unique as the individuals walking it. Months turned into years, and Emma continued to push her boundaries. She began collaborating with international teams, presenting at conferences across the United States, and even contributing to influential industry publications. Her fluency was no longer just a means to communicate. It had become a symbol of resilience, innovation, and the power of self-belief. In one of the pivotal moments of her career, Emma was invited to speak at a national conference on marketing innovation. The event, held in Chicago, brought together some of the brightest minds in the industry. Standing on a grand stage in front of an audience that spanned generations and backgrounds, Emma shared a story that wove together her early struggles, the critical moments of breakthrough, and the practical strategies that had reshaped her life. The speech was not only a professional triumph, it was a deeply personal declaration of how the courage to speak, even imperfectly, could unlock a world of opportunities. Throughout her journey, Emma never lost sight of the lessons she learned along the way. Embrace the process. The road to fluency was filled with trial and error. Each mistake was a lesson that propelled her forward. Practice with passion. Daily practice, whether through reflection sessions, rapid response drills, or engaging conversations, was the cornerstone of her improvement. Support and community. Sharing experiences with friends, mentors, and colleagues provided the emotional support and practical feedback necessary to grow. Authenticity over perfection. True communication came from the heart. By accepting imperfections, Emma discovered that her authentic voice was more powerful than any flawlessly rehearsed script. As Emma Carter's reputation grew, she became a sought-after mentor and speaker. She authored articles and hosted podcasts, sharing insights on how to break free from the fear of speaking and harness the full potential of effective communication. Her message resonated with many, from recent graduates navigating the early stages of their careers to seasoned professionals looking to refine their public speaking skills. Emma's story is a vibrant tapestry of perseverance, community, and self discovery. It illustrates that while mastering a language is a formidable task, the journey is enriched by every conversation, every mistake. Emma's journey continued to unfold in ways that neither she nor those around her had ever anticipated. With each new day came fresh challenges and opportunities for growth, both in her professional endeavors and her personal life. In her role as a marketing executive, Emma began to push the boundaries of what effective communication could achieve. She was now part of a project team tasked with launching an ambitious national campaign for a major consumer brand. The project demanded not only creativity and innovation, but also the ability to coordinate with multiple teams across the country. For Emma, this meant harnessing the full power of her fluent English and the skills she had honed over countless hours of practice. Every morning, as she prepared for a day filled with brainstorming sessions and strategy meetings, Emma reflected on her early struggles and the journey that had brought her here. The campaign was built around a central message: genuine connection in a digital age. Emma took this message to heart, believing that behind every successful brand was a story waiting to be told, one that resonated with the audience on a personal level. One of the highlights of the campaign was a series of interactive workshops designed to engage communities in meaningful dialogue. Emma was invited to co-host these events with a dynamic speaker named Anthony Rodriguez, whose background in community outreach and digital storytelling complemented her own expertise. Together, they traveled to various cities across the United States, meeting with local influencers, business owners, and everyday citizens. In each session, Emma not only shared her insights, but also listened intently to the stories of those around her, weaving their experiences into the fabric of the campaign. At one such workshop in San Francisco, Emma encountered an inspiring group of young entrepreneurs who had gathered to discuss innovative business ideas. Their energy reminded her of the early days of her own journey. During a lively discussion about overcoming the fear of failure, one participant, a recent college graduate named Marcus Thompson, admitted, "I've always admired how you speak, Emma. I wish I could overcome my own hesitation and speak with such confidence." Emma's eyes lit up with understanding and compassion. She shared with him the techniques that had transformed her communication skills, the importance of rapid response training, the benefits of thinking in English, and above all, the courage to embrace imperfections. Marcus listened, eager to absorb every word, and the conversation left him with renewed determination to work on his own fluency. Beyond her professional engagements, Emma continued to nurture the community that had played such a vital role in her transformation. The weekly meetings at the Cozy Cafe in downtown New York evolved into a vibrant forum for discussion. What started as informal chats soon became an incubator for ideas, where members of the group, ranging from aspiring public speakers to seasoned professionals, shared their struggles and celebrated their victories. Olivia Parker remained a steadfast companion through it all, and together, they even organized special sessions where guest speakers would offer their expertise. These gatherings not only enriched everyone's communication skills, but also fostered a sense of belonging and mutual support. One evening, after a particularly inspiring session, Emma and Olivia sat together at a quiet corner table, discussing the impact their group had made. It's amazing, Emma mused, to see how our collective experiences are building a bridge between people. Every story shared, every mistake acknowledged, it's all contributing to a larger narrative of empowerment. Olivia smiled in agreement, adding, "We're not just teaching people how to speak, we're teaching them how to be heard." As the months turned into years, Emma's influence began to spread beyond the local community. She was invited to participate in national panels and to contribute to major publications on topics ranging from digital marketing to the psychology of communication. In one memorable instance, she collaborated on a research project that explored the neurological benefits of speaking multiple languages. Working alongside leading neuroscientists, Emma discovered that the process of thinking and speaking in a non-native language not only improved cognitive flexibility, but also fostered deeper connections between different cultures. This revelation added yet another layer to her understanding of communication. It was not just a skill, but a bridge that connected minds and hearts across diverse backgrounds. During this period, Emma also found herself navigating new personal experiences. Her growing confidence and professional success opened up opportunities for travel and cultural exchange. A trip to Boston turned into a journey of self-discovery as she revisited historical landmarks and engaged in spirited conversations with local historians and artists. One rainy afternoon, in a quaint Boston cafe, Emma struck up a conversation with a retired professor named Eleanor Hayes, whose deep, measured voice recounted tales of a bygone era. Eleanor's storytelling captivated Emma, reinforcing the notion that every person carries a treasure trove of experiences that, when shared, can illuminate the present and inspire the future. Emma's travels and interactions enriched her perspective on language and communication. She began to see fluency not as a static state, but as a living, breathing process, one that evolved with each new experience and each new person she met. This mindset was particularly evident during a collaborative project with international teams based in Los Angeles and Miami. Working on a campaign that sought to highlight the cultural diversity of the United States, Emma found herself coordinating with professionals from various backgrounds, each bringing their own unique style of communication. The project required not only the clarity of thought, but also the adaptability to bridge cultural nuances, a challenge that Emma met with enthusiasm and skill. Through late-night video calls and brainstorming sessions filled with laughter and shared epiphanies, Emma learned that true fluency extended beyond the mechanics of language. It was about empathy, adaptability, and the ability to listen as much as to speak. Back in New York, the community initiative that Emma had helped build continued to flourish. The monthly Think Fast, Speak Fluent sessions became a hallmark event, drawing participants from different corners of the country. Emma would often open these sessions with a heartfelt message about the importance of resilience in communication. Every hesitation, she would say, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to connect. Our voices are powerful because they are honest. They carry our dreams, our struggles, and our triumphs. Her words resonated deeply, inspiring even those who had long given up on the idea of ever speaking confidently. The initiative soon attracted the attention of local media and educational institutions. Schools began inviting Emma to speak about the transformative power of effective communication, and community centers hosted workshops led by her team. In one particularly impactful session at a community college in Chicago, Emma was confronted with the raw vulnerability of students who were grappling with language barriers and self-doubt. With warmth and sincerity, she shared her own early challenges and the missteps that had ultimately led her to success. The students responded with a mixture of gratitude and determination, many vowing to embrace their own imperfections as stepping stones rather than setbacks. Throughout these transformative years, Emma also made time for reflection and self-care. Amid the whirlwind of professional commitments, community events, and travel, she maintained a ritual of quiet evenings where she would journal about her experiences. These journals became a cherished record of her growth, filled with sketches, snippets of dialogue from memorable conversations, and even the raw, unedited musings of her thoughts. In those quiet moments, Emma often revisited the early days when speaking was a source of anxiety rather than empowerment, and she felt a deep sense of gratitude for every misstep and breakthrough that had shaped her journey. The narrative of Emma Carter was now interwoven with that of countless others who had been touched by her work. Her story became a symbol of transformation, a reminder that the journey to fluency is paved with both triumphs and setbacks, and that every voice has the potential to inspire change. In conferences and interviews, she would often emphasize, "My voice is not perfect. It's real, and that's what makes it powerful." This authenticity was a beacon for many who were still wrestling with their own fears of imperfection. In a particularly poignant moment, during a televised interview with a major national network, Emma was asked about the secret behind her success. With a calm smile and eyes that spoke of years of hard-earned wisdom, she replied, "There is no secret formula. It's about embracing every part of your journey, the stumbles, the pauses, the breakthroughs, and using them as fuel to keep moving forward." Her words resonated with millions of viewers, many of whom found in her story a reflection of their own struggles and aspirations. As the years passed, Emma's influence only grew. She continued to travel, speak, and mentor, yet she never lost sight of the fundamental lessons she had learned along the way. The challenges of thinking fast and speaking fluent were no longer obstacles, but stepping stones that had paved the way for a life rich with purpose and connection. In quiet moments, when the bustle of her career and community engagements receded into the background, Emma would often retreat to a small sunlit balcony overlooking the city skyline. There, with a cup of herbal tea and the distant hum of urban life, she would reflect on how far she had come. It was in these moments of solitude that she truly appreciated the power of communication, not just as a tool for professional success, but as a means of forging deep, meaningful relationships with the world around her. Emma's story is far from over. Each day brings a new chapter in her ongoing journey, a journey marked by the relentless pursuit of excellence in communication and the unwavering belief that every voice, no matter how hesitant at first, has the power to change the world. From the first hesitant words spoken in a crowded interview room to the confident speeches that now captivated audiences nationwide, Emma Carter's evolution is a testament to the transformative power of perseverance, passion, and the courage to speak one's truth. For those still struggling with the fear of imperfection, Emma's life stands as a gentle reminder that every word spoken, whether flawless or imperfect, is a step toward building bridges of understanding. In a world that often demands perfection, Emma taught us that authenticity is the true measure of success. Her legacy continues to inspire countless individuals to think fast, speak fluent, and above all, never be afraid to share the unique story that resides within them. And so, as the sun sets over New York City, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Emma looks forward to another day, a day filled with new conversations, unexpected challenges, and the endless possibility of connection. Her journey is a living narrative of growth, resilience, and the undeniable truth that the most powerful form of communication comes from the heart. Emma's journey took an unexpected turn when her growing influence reached the national spotlight. Invitations started pouring in for Emma to participate in televised panels, national marketing conferences, and even international forums. Her next big opportunity came in the form of an invitation to lead an international workshop on communication and digital storytelling in Los Angeles. The workshop, organized by a prestigious communication institute, was attended by professionals and aspiring speakers from across the globe. Emma knew that this was more than just a chance to share her expertise. It was an opportunity to learn from a diverse group of voices and further refine her own methods. Preparing for the event, she revisited every lesson learned from her early struggles and successes. She pored over her old journals, recalling the countless moments when she'd overcome her hesitation, and refined her presentation to weave in personal anecdotes and practical exercises that had transformed her life. On the day of the workshop, the atmosphere in Los Angeles was electric. The venue buzzed with anticipation as participants mingled, exchanging ideas and stories of their own communication challenges. Emma, dressed in a confident yet comfortable ensemble, took the stage with a warm smile that instantly put the audience at ease. She began by recounting her own story, how she had once been paralyzed by the fear of speaking, only to find freedom and power in embracing every stutter and stumble along the way. Her narrative was both vulnerable and inspiring, setting the tone for the rest of the session. Throughout the day, Emma guided the group through interactive activities designed to break the barriers of hesitation. One exercise involved live improvisation, where small groups were given unexpected topics and just a few seconds to gather their thoughts before presenting. Laughter filled the room as participants stumbled, recovered, and eventually delivered surprisingly heartfelt messages. Emma walked among the groups, offering gentle encouragement and practical tips. One participant, a young entrepreneur from Berlin named Lucas, later shared that the exercise had not only boosted his confidence, but also sparked ideas for a new business venture centered around cross-cultural communication. The workshop culminated in a panel discussion where Emma joined other experts to debate how digital platforms were reshaping the art of conversation. As the discussion unfolded, Emma found herself drawing on every aspect of her journey, from the countless hours of rapid response training to the soul searching moments spent alone with her thoughts on a quiet balcony in New York. Her insights resonated deeply with the audience, reinforcing the notion that effective communication was an evolving process, not a fixed destination. After the workshop, Emma received heartfelt messages from participants worldwide. Some expressed gratitude for the courage she had shown, while others sought advice on overcoming their own insecurities. One message from a teacher in Tokyo read, "Your story reminded me that every misstep is part of the journey. I'm now more eager than ever to help my students find their unique voices." Such messages fueled Emma's passion, confirming that her journey was not just her own, but a beacon for countless others facing similar struggles. Back in New York, the momentum of the workshop carried over into her local community initiatives. The Think Fast, Speak Fluent sessions now featured guest speakers from a variety of fields: journalists, actors, educators, and even tech innovators, each sharing their own experiences with overcoming communication hurdles. Emma introduced new exercises that incorporated multimedia elements, such as using short video clips to spark impromptu discussions or analyzing famous speeches to understand effective storytelling. These sessions became a melting pot of creativity, where ideas flowed freely and participants left with tangible strategies to enhance their fluency. At the same time, Emma's professional life blossomed further. Her marketing firm began to experiment with campaigns that emphasized authenticity over perfection, a philosophy directly influenced by Emma's own evolution. One groundbreaking campaign featured real-life testimonials from everyday people discussing their personal struggles with language and communication. The campaign was an enormous success, resonating with audiences nationwide and earning accolades from industry leaders. Emma's role in the project was highlighted in several major publications, solidifying her reputation as both an innovative marketer and a champion for genuine communication. Despite her busy schedule, Emma never lost sight of the personal connections that had been the cornerstone of her growth. She continued her close friendship with Olivia Parker, who had been by her side through every setback and triumph. Together, they organized regular meetups, not only to practice speaking, but also to explore new ideas and adventures. They planned trips to cultural festivals, art exhibits, and community gatherings, always looking for opportunities to learn from others and to share their own insights. During one such trip, Emma and Olivia found themselves at a literary festival in Washington, D.C., where Emma was invited to participate in a roundtable discussion on the intersection of language, identity, and digital media. The discussion delved deep into how social media was transforming our sense of self and the way we interact with the world. Emma argued passionately that while technology provided new platforms for expression, the essence of effective communication remained unchanged. It was about connecting hearts and minds through authenticity and empathy. The dialogue was rich and layered, leaving a lasting impression on everyone in attendance. As the years went by, Emma's life became a tapestry woven from threads of personal courage, professional success, and a deep commitment to community. Each day brought new challenges, yet she faced them with the same determination that had once propelled her out of hesitation and into the realm of confident, authentic expression. Her story, once defined by the struggle to find the right words, was now celebrated as a journey of continuous growth, a journey where every conversation was a stepping stone to a more connected and empathetic world. In quiet moments of reflection, as Emma gazed out at the sprawling cityscape from her favorite balcony, she thought about how far she had come. The timid young woman who had once hesitated in the face of a simple conversation had evolved into a vibrant leader whose words inspired change on both a personal and societal level. Emma's voice, flawed, genuine, and infinitely resilient, had become a symbol of hope and possibility for anyone willing to embrace their own journey of learning and growth. The legacy of Emma Carter and her Think Fast, Speak Fluent initiative continued to spread, touching lives in unexpected ways. Through mentorship, community engagement, and innovative marketing strategies, she demonstrated that the power of communication was not confined to flawless grammar or perfect pronunciation. Instead, it was the willingness to speak from the heart, to embrace every pause and imperfection, that truly made a difference. And so, with every new story shared, every voice uplifted, and every barrier broken down, Emma's journey marched on, an endless, inspiring testament to the transformative power of embracing who you are and the unique story only you can tell. Below is a comprehensive guide with tips and tricks to help you think fast and speak fluent, inspired by Emma Carter's transformative journey. Each tip is explained in detail to ensure you understand not only what to do, but also why it works. 1. Think in the target language. Tip: train your mind to process thoughts directly in English, or your target language, rather than translating from your native tongue. Explanation: when you translate in your head, you add extra steps that slow down your response. Start small. Describe your surroundings. Narrate your daily tasks, or even plan your day in English. Over time, you'll notice that your brain begins to form sentences more naturally. This method builds neural pathways that make spontaneous speech smoother and quicker. Practical tricks. Daily journaling. Write your to-do lists and reflections in English. Mental narration. Describe actions as they happen, e.g., I'm opening my laptop. That's a beautiful building. Silent conversations. Practice having internal dialogues where you ask and answer questions in English. Second practice, rapid response. Tip: engage in exercises that force you to respond quickly, even if the answers aren't perfect. Explanation. Rapid response training helps reduce the fear of hesitation. The idea is to build spontaneity in your speech. When you practice answering questions quickly, you become more comfortable with imperfections, and your brain learns to form responses rapidly. Practical tricks. Question drills. Have a friend or a language partner ask you random questions and challenge yourself to answer within a few seconds. Self-recorded sessions. Use your phone to record 1-minute monologues on random topics. Listen to your recordings to identify areas for improvement. Flashcards with prompts. Create flashcards with topics or questions, and set a timer to answer each as fast as possible. 3. Embrace imperfections. Tip: allow yourself to make mistakes. Focus on communication rather than perfection. Explanation: the fear of making grammatical or pronunciation errors can paralyze your ability to speak. Recognize that mistakes are a natural part of learning. What matters is getting your point across. When you're not overthinking perfection, you can focus on fluency and clarity. Practical tricks, positive reinforcement. After every conversation, note one thing you did well. Mindset shift. Instead of focusing on errors, treat them as learning opportunities. Peer feedback. Engage in conversation clubs where feedback is constructive and supportive. Fourth, immerse yourself in the language. Tip: surround yourself with English through various media and real-life interactions. Explanation: the more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will feel. Immersion helps you become accustomed to different accents, speeds, and styles of speech, all of which contribute to faster thinking and more fluent speaking. Practical tricks: media consumption. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, and read articles in English. Social media and apps. Switch your phone and computer settings to English, and follow English-speaking influencers or language learning channels. Join clubs or workshops. Participate in local meetups, English discussion groups, or online communities focused on language practice. 5. Utilize shadowing techniques. Tip: mimic native speakers by repeating their words, intonation, and rhythm as accurately as possible. Explanation: shadowing involves listening to a native speaker and speaking along with them. This practice helps you capture the natural flow of the language, improves pronunciation, and builds confidence in your speaking pace. It's a powerful way to internalize the patterns and rhythm of fluent speech. Practical tricks. Short clips. Start with short video or audio clips from TV shows or podcasts. Record and compare. Record yourself while shadowing and compare your speech with the original speaker. Consistent practice. Incorporate shadowing into your daily routine, even if only for 10 to 15 minutes. 6. Engage in active conversations. Tip: practice speaking as much as possible with native speakers or other learners. Explanation: active conversation helps you get used to thinking on your feet. Real-life interactions are unpredictable, which forces your brain to adapt quickly. Over time, this exposure reduces hesitation and improves overall fluency. Practical tricks. Language exchange partners. Connect with someone who wants to learn your native language while you practice English. Conversation meetups. Attend local events or online platforms where English conversation is the focus. Role-playing scenarios. Simulate real-life situations, such as ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions, with a friend or mentor. 7. Develop a rich, active vocabulary tip. Expand your vocabulary by learning new words and phrases, and practice using them in context. Explanation: a robust vocabulary allows you to express your ideas more precisely and quickly. However, knowing words passively isn't enough. You need to be able to recall and use them spontaneously during conversation. Practical tricks. Thematic learning. Focus on learning vocabulary related to topics you're passionate about, like marketing, travel, or hobbies. Daily word practice. Use apps or flashcards to review new words and try to incorporate them in your daily conversations. Contextual usage. Write short paragraphs or engage in dialogues that use the new vocabulary in context. 8. Utilize technology for feedback. Tip: make use of language learning apps and voice recognition software to track your progress. Explanation: technology can provide instant feedback and highlight areas where you can improve. Many apps are designed to help you practice pronunciation, grammar, and speed. Regular feedback helps you identify patterns of hesitation and track improvement over time. Practical tricks. Language apps. Use apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Rosetta Stone to supplement your practice. Voice-to-text tools. Record your voice and see if speech recognition software accurately transcribes what you said. This can help you pinpoint pronunciation issues. Online courses. Enroll in speaking-focused courses that offer real-time feedback through video conferencing. 9. Reflect and adjust. Tip: after engaging in conversation or practice sessions, take time to reflect on your performance. Explanation: reflection is critical in understanding what works and what needs improvement. By reviewing your progress, you can adjust your methods, set new goals, and celebrate your successes, which in turn boosts your confidence. Practical tricks. Self-recording reviews. Listen to your recordings periodically to track improvements and note recurring challenges. Feedback journals. Keep a journal where you note feedback from peers or self-assessments after conversations. Set clear goals. Establish short-term and long-term objectives for your speaking skills and review them regularly to gauge progress. 10. Adopt a growth mindset. Tip: believe that every conversation, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity for growth. Explanation: a growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. When you approach language learning with this attitude, you become more resilient to setbacks. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn, and every conversation is a chance to improve. Practical tricks. Positive self-talk. Replace thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with "I'm getting better every day." Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate even the smallest improvements in your fluency. Learn from others. Read or listen to stories of others who have overcome similar challenges to remind yourself that progress is possible. 11th. Join public speaking groups. Tip: engage with communities such as Toastmasters or local debate clubs. Explanation: public speaking groups provide a structured and supportive environment to practice spontaneous speaking. They often include timed speeches, impromptu sessions, and constructive evaluations. This exposure not only builds confidence, but also gives you a regular platform to experiment with different speaking styles. Practical tricks. Attend regular meetings. Consistency is key. The more often you speak in a group, the quicker you'll notice improvement. Take on different roles. Volunteer for roles like timer, evaluator, or even the speaker for impromptu topics. This variation helps in mastering multiple facets of communication. Record your speeches. Use recordings to analyze your pacing, clarity, and body language. Adjust your style based on constructive feedback. 12. Utilize improv and role-playing exercises. Tip: participate in improvisational theater or role-playing activities. Explanation: improv exercises force you to think on your feet. They encourage spontaneity and help break the habit of over-preparation. Role-playing different scenarios, from everyday conversations to unexpected social encounters, can prepare you for real-life interactions. Practical tricks. Join an improv class. These classes are designed to help you loosen up and think quickly in a fun environment. Practice with friends. Create scenarios where each person takes turns improvising dialogues based on random prompts. Switch roles. Change roles frequently during exercises. Playing different characters helps you adapt your speech and tone according to the situation. 13. Implement breathing and relaxation techniques. Tip: incorporate mindfulness, deep breathing, or meditation before and during conversations. Explanation: anxiety often hinders your ability to think and speak quickly. Relaxation techniques can calm your nerves, clear your mind, and improve cognitive function, making it easier to articulate your thoughts under pressure. Practical tricks. Pre-conversation routine. Spend 2 to 3 minutes doing deep breathing exercises before engaging in a conversation. Mindfulness practices. Regular mindfulness or meditation sessions can help you remain calm during stressful speaking situations. Pause and breathe. If you feel overwhelmed during a conversation, take a brief pause, breathe, and then continue. This is better than rushing and stumbling over your words. 14. Expand your speaking challenges. Tip: introduce new creative speaking challenges to push your limits. Explanation: challenging yourself with unexpected topics or timed speech exercises can improve your adaptability. The more varied your practice scenarios, the more flexible and quick thinking you become in actual conversations. Practical tricks. Word of the Day Challenge. Choose a new word each day and integrate it into several spontaneous sentences. Timed storytelling. Set a timer and try to tell a complete story or describe an event within a minute. Topic roulette. Write down a list of topics and randomly select one to speak about for a set period, even if it's outside your comfort zone. 15th. Leverage language games and digital tools. Tip: make language learning fun with games and interactive digital tools. Explanation: games and apps not only make practice engaging, but also stimulate quick thinking and reinforce learning through repetition. They often provide immediate feedback, which is crucial for improvement. Practical tricks. Language apps. Use games on apps like Duolingo or Memrace that challenge you with quick-fire questions and sentence construction exercises. Online debate platforms. Engage in forums or live debates where you can practice forming arguments quickly. Interactive chatbots. Some language learning platforms use AI chatbots that can simulate a conversation, providing you with a risk-free environment to practice spontaneous dialogue. 16. Cultivate a habit of curiosity. Tip: stay curious about various subjects to build a broad base of knowledge. Explanation: a rich reservoir of topics makes it easier to find something to say in any conversation. Curiosity drives you to learn continuously, which in turn builds your confidence in handling diverse discussions. Practical tricks: read widely. Regularly read books, articles, or listen to podcasts on different subjects, even those outside your primary interests. Join diverse forums. Participate in online discussions or local clubs focused on topics like technology, culture, science, or art. Ask open-ended questions. During conversations, ask questions that require more than a yes/no answer. This not only shows interest, but also keeps the dialogue flowing. 17th, practice active listening. Tip: focus on truly listening to your conversation partners. Explanation: active listening enables you to respond appropriately and think of follow-up questions on the spot. It also reduces the pressure of having to come up with the perfect response immediately because you build on the natural flow of dialogue. Practical tricks: summarize. Mentally summarize what the other person said before responding. Clarify and reflect. Ask clarifying questions or paraphrase what you heard to confirm understanding. Stay present. Avoid distractions and maintain eye contact, which helps in creating a smoother, more engaging conversation. 18. Set incremental goals. Tip: break down your journey to fluency into smaller, achievable targets. Explanation: setting incremental goals makes the process less overwhelming and provides clear milestones to celebrate along the way. This method reinforces positive progress and keeps you motivated. Practical tricks. Daily objectives. Set a small goal each day, such as speaking for a certain number of minutes without hesitation. Weekly reviews. At the end of each week, review your progress and note specific improvements or challenges. Reward yourself. Create a reward system for meeting your goals, which can range from small treats to new learning materials. 19. Learn from real-world examples. Tip: study speeches, interviews, and conversations by fluent speakers. Explanation: observing skilled speakers can provide practical insights into effective communication techniques, including pacing, emphasis, and body language. Emulating their style can accelerate your learning process. Practical tricks: analyze videos. Watch TED Talks, interviews, or panel discussions, and note how speakers structure their thoughts and manage their pauses. Shadow expert speakers. Try to mimic the speech patterns and intonation of your favorite speakers during practice sessions. Discuss and debate. Engage in discussions about these speeches with peers to dissect what makes them effective, applying those techniques in your own practice. 20. Stay consistent and patient. Tip: remember that progress takes time, and consistency is key to long-lasting improvement. Explanation: fluency is not achieved overnight. Regular practice, persistence, and a willingness to face challenges head-on are crucial. Even small daily efforts add up significantly over time. Practical tricks. Maintain a schedule. Dedicate specific times in your day for language practice, just as you would for exercise or work. Track your journey. Keep a log or journal detailing your practice sessions, breakthroughs, and setbacks. Embrace setbacks. Understand that mistakes are part of the learning process. Reflect on them, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Final thoughts: improving your ability to think fast and speak fluent is an ongoing journey that blends mental agility, consistent practice, and the right mindset. These additional tips and tricks, ranging from public speaking and improv to active listening and incremental goal setting, can help you enhance your fluency, build confidence, and transform your communication skills. The key is to experiment with various methods until you find what works best for you. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to learn and grow. Stay curious, remain patient with yourself, and enjoy the process of becoming a more articulate and confident communicator.